What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. Vincent Esposito, and today we're going to be making a chickpea pasta with homemade pesto, some veggies in there, and it's going to be a nice, quick kind of one dish meal. Now, we're going to be making everything from scratch except the pasta, so it might take a little longer than if you happen to have a pesto sauce you like, or you might have one already, but we're going to break everything down step by step. Now, one of the reasons I love pesto is because it is very adaptable. You can use it on almost anything. It's one of my favorite sauces. You can put it on top of basically anything you make and it's gonna be good. So we're gonna learn how to make a vegan one today, and then we'll throw that on top of kind of this one dish pasta we'll put all together, and it's gonna be awesome. But if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Coming out with everything, health, nutrition, wellness, longevity, plant-based recipes that are gonna be awesome. Because when I get those questions, oh, how do you eat vegan food or plant-based food? It sucks. Well, the point of this channel is to change that. So if you haven't, please subscribe. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the recipe. Okay, so for our pesto, we're gonna have obviously some basil. You could have as much as you want. Half of a juiced lemon, some almonds, a whole head of chopped garlic. We're gonna use half of it for the pesto and then half of it for the vegetables. We're gonna add a little bit of veggie stock and a little bit of olive oil just to kind of thin it out a little bit. And then some salt and pepper. So that is the basis of our pesto sauce we will be making today. Now, before we get started, just cook your pasta as according to the bowl. So according to the box. So I have some chickpea pasta. I'm just gonna boil that and then strain it off camera, and that'll be good to go. Now, to get our pesto started, we're gonna start toasting some almonds on a dry pan. So this is set to like medium heat. Low, medium heat. We just want to let those sit for a few minutes. You can see that nice little browning on top. And then once that's done, we're going to add those first to our food processor. We are going to then, once they're chopped a little bit, we're going to add the rest of our pesto ingredients. So we're going to add our basil leaves. We're going to add about half the garlic, half of that head of garlic. I'm going to add about half the juice of a lemon, and I'm going to save the rest for my water. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil, and then you'll notice at the end I use veggie stock. So this is something I learned actually from my mom. If you want to make like a lighter pesto sauce, mix up the olive oil and veggie stock. You can use water, I guess, but veggie stock brings a lot more flavor. I had a homemade veggie stock, so I did that. We're gonna food process that and process it too. And then our pesto sauce is good to go. Okay, next, so we have all our vegetables that we're gonna be stir frying. So some broccoli, some carrots, some beans, onion, the rest of the garlic, extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper. So we got everything there ready to go, and we're gonna save the tomatoes for a garnish, as you will see later. So this step is gonna look very similar to our stir fry. So in our pan goes a little bit of olive oil. We're gonna get that hot, about medium, high heat, and then we're gonna start sauteing down our broccoli. So a little bit of salt and pepper, we're gonna give it a stir, reduce it. Again, we wanna get a little bit of browning, which is why I'm just doing the broccoli here, and you'll see we're gonna do it in stages. Now, if you have a huge pot and a huge burner, you can get away with doing it all one step, but that's not gonna happen with me. So, broccoli comes out, carrots go in, we're gonna repeat the process, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, lose a carrot, and then that will be ready to go. Finally, we're gonna get to the beans, but we're gonna start with the aromatics first. So that means our garlic and onion go in. And we're gonna saute that down for a few minutes until that onion's a little bit translucent. So we're looking like 4 or 5 minutes, give or take. I'm gonna stir it around as we're going to make sure that garlic does not burn. Then our beans go in, and then we're gonna add a little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper, and we're gonna toss that around until those beans are tender. And cannellini beans, especially if they're out of a can, are already kind of soft, so they don't need long, a couple minutes. And then we're gonna add a couple spoonfuls of our pesto, and then we're gonna add our vegetables back in. So back in goes the carrots and the broccoli, and this is just to kind of heat everything up so it's ready for plating. Speaking of plating, here we go. So we have our pasta in a large bowl, and this is another trick I learned when I was younger. So Adding a little bit of sauce, this works better with tomato sauce, to your bowl before you serve your pasta, kind of coats it and gives it a little bit of flavor. So a couple tablespoons are mixed in, and then we're gonna throw all our veggies in. And then we're gonna add the rest of our pesto quickly. And you will see we are then ready to go. So we're gonna give it a mix, make sure everything's nice and evenly mixed, and we're good to go. And it's time to plate and try everything. So we have some of our pasta in, get some of those veggies in, garnish with those fresh cherry tomatoes that bring that crunch, and it is time to try our pasta. All right, so now it's time to trying it. This is exciting. You know, I make pesto all the time, but you never know how it comes out until you try it. This is really good. I like the fresh tomatoes because they give it kind of like that crunch. And then you still get the almonds and the carrots and kind of a little bit of that charred broccoli. You wanna give it a shot off camera?
Wow, oh my God. Are you kidding me? This is really good. I'm keeping it both.
No, I need it for the video. So, I hope you guys learned a little bit something from the video. Again, big key is to not crowd the pan. So if you have a small pan, do things in batches. I hope you learned how to make a pesto from scratch. Again, if you don't want to use just oil as the liquid portion of your base, use a vegetable stock. I use that homemade one I made this time, and that actually kind of helps add a little bit more flavor, or a little bit different flavor too. But I hope you picked up on some key tips. Now, if you like this, there's gonna be more videos like this coming. So like and subscribe down below. And until next time, guys, I'm gonna finish eating this. Take care.